Okay, welcome everyone. Jason Paetow here from AllianceCorp Property Experts. Got another great video for you. So this video is a quick summary on the market and what a crazy year it has been in 2020, but also a good opportunity to understand whether we are actually at the bottom of the market and whether this will create some great opportunities for you over the next 12 months. So in reflection, look, unprecedented times, we've all heard of that. We've never had to deal with something like this before. And if you remember a lot of the media reports, it was all doom and gloom. It wasn't looking fantastic. Now, if you remember from a lot of our videos that we sent out at the start of the year, we did say to our viewers and our clients, look, don't panic, right? This is what the media do. Then they sensationalize everything. It's all about selling advertising. It's all about clickbait. What we have to understand is our markets were fundamentally strong. So yes, we knew that COVID would impact our markets, but certainly we weren't thinking that there were going to be property crashes of 10, 20, 30, or even some were saying as much as 40%. It's just not going to happen. So in reflection, our markets were fundamentally strong. You know, we had low vacancy rates, we had strong demand, we had low interest rates, and we had a shortage of supply. And this is why early on in the year and leading off from the previous year in 2019 after the property correction, we were seeing very strong positive growth throughout all of our markets. If you have it on reflection, now look at where we are, almost 12 months from when we had to start dealing with COVID. Look at the screen now, and you can see there from the table, and you can see there from the major capital cities. Over the last 12 months, all our major capital cities, except for Melbourne, are still in the positive. Nationally, if you have a think about all of our combined national cities, we're up 4%. So had you bought a property 12 months ago and then you panicked a few months later because COVID hit, well, you'd still be in the positive, okay? So it's only Melbourne that's slightly less. As for the regional areas, you can see on your screen, again, the regional areas did even better, all right? So they weren't impacted as much. And as you can see there, some of those regional areas had 5+ growth. Regional Tasmania had almost 10%. It was only WA that's still in the negative at the moment. So as you can see there, nothing like the 10, 20, 30 or 40% price corrections. It's just the media doing what they do, and they just sensationalize everything. If you have a look at the curve there on your screen, you can see where we sort of started at the beginning of the year. This is going back the last 12 months. As I said before, our markets were fundamentally strong. You can see some positive growth there from all of our major capital cities. COVID hit us, and then of course we had a slight correction there. But have a look at where we are now, particularly over the last few months. The market bottomed out and now it's on the rise again. So as you can see there, we started strong, there was some minor corrections, and now we're finishing strong. And that now has created some great opportunities for those who are thinking about getting into the market, particularly over the next 12 months, because it can be very challenging to try identify the bottom of the market, but there's plenty of evidence out there now to suggest that that's where we are. So there's some good opportunities. Another great indicator is consumer sentiment. If you have a look at the graph there, this goes back to 2013, never has it been stronger, right? Never has it been stronger since 2013 for people to be confident in buying a property. As you can see there, you can see the house price expectations in the grey line and the red line there representing sentiment. So again, some strong indicators there, creating some opportunities for investors moving forward. And there you can see there, this is another graph here just showing where demand is at. And again, as you can see, there was a dip there at the start of the year, but then that demand has come back quite strongly. Demand for houses has increased 40% over the last 12 months. So again, a very strong market, great sentiment, great opportunities for investors looking to get in. And we're certainly not short on evidence supporting the positive outcomes that we're experiencing at the moment. You only, again, have to open up the newspapers. Again, it's all positive now, so they've just completely backflipped, and now it's all happy days. All the banks, all the leading research companies, commentators, etc., they're all talking about some significant gains. So in conclusion, guys, as I've always said, just be very careful where there are some changes in the marketplace and listening to the media, because that could spook you or potentially force you to sell a property unnecessarily. the markets are fundamentally strong. They were strong this time last year. They were strong early this year. COVID will come and go, but our markets still remain strong. This is creating some opportunities. A lot of forecasts are talking about, in some areas and locations throughout Australia, you could be looking at gains of 10 or 15% in those areas. Some great opportunities. Now remember too that great gains in terms of capital growth, but remember where your cash flows are. Interest rates are at historical lows.
Drop in interest rates today, with the Reserve Bank slashing the cash rate to virtually zero.
The cash rate has now dropped from 0.25% to just 0.1%, practically zero.
So not only can we experience some good capital growth, but we've got cash flow positive income coming through on a lot of those investments as well. So if you want to learn a little bit more about those opportunities, you want to learn about, where to uncover some of the best locations that meet your sort of circumstances and your goals moving forward, I suggest you book one of your complimentary strategy sessions with one of our coaches, and we can talk about the markets nationally. We've got a heap of ebooks on this stuff, a lot of property reports, etc. I hope that was helpful. Guys, bottom of the market, get out there, get amongst it. Happy to speak to you soon. Thank you.